What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. I gotta like dip and dodge the drag radials here, but speaking of drag radials, June 23rd at Cecil County Dragway, we are running the track. Myself, Race for Motorsports, Diesels Unlimited, Lime Ridge Automotive, Guitarmageddon, and Complete Street Performance decided to rent a track so we could do a $50 all-you-can-race day. Ultimately, we've created an excuse to get together with all of you guys and with each other because generally at times in life, it can just get so demanding, it's challenging to do. So guys, spots are filling up really fast. If you're interested in participating, whether you run drag radials, slicks, or street tires, we've got a class for you. It's $50 to race, literally all day. Compare that to a test and tune on Wednesday, which is generally $35, and sometimes you go, it's crowded, and you can only run once or twice. So this is an opportunity for you to allow your vehicle to scream for bloody mercy. Literally, I don't suggest that you do that, but it's your opportunity to do so if you really want to actually capitalize on the amount of times you can run. DrivenEvents.us, link in the description below. Spots are going quickly because we limited them so people that do decide to participate can run as many times as they'd like. We're gonna have prep and no prep available throughout the day, so we definitely have something for you. And if you don't want to race but you want to come hang out for the day, that's also available at a discount. DrivenEvents.us. Again, guys, this isn't like a big sanctioned event, rather we just wanted to rent the track to hang out with all of y'all. It's gonna be an awesome time. Anyway, my Ford fans in the audience, this one's for you guys. I think in the history of the vlog, we've never actually had a Ford on this channel, but today we're gonna change that. But first, there are a few things that I need to do at the shop, and that's where we're gonna go right now. In the wife's car, because we're down on some trucks today. Come on, slow it down. Guys, by the way, these hats are selling out fast. If you haven't gotten one already and you're considering doing so, I would suggest that you don't wait any longer because once they're gone, they are gone forever. And I don't want you guys to miss out. Plus, this hat could be your golden ticket to my 5'9" coming soon. Just think, guys, in a matter of a few weeks, in the beginning of July, you could be getting the call that'll allow you to listen to that beautiful sound whenever you want. What a rowdy girl she is. Today, we are doing some painting. So, a lot of you guys have had your opinions, if you will, about my chrome center caps on the black American Force Independent SS8s that I'm running on the Mini-Max. Well, the reason that I was running the chrome ones is because they only came with 2 black ones, which are pictured right here. But these black ones are actually painted, as you can see. And, well, they've been sitting right over there, as a matter of fact. So what I decided to do is grab 2 other chrome ones, which were basically spares of a friend of mine, and I'm going to try and paint them so we can have black caps on the truck. Now, I could have easily gone out and paid for these from American Force, but they're a few $100s, and I figured, why would I do that? When it's almost like God's gift granted me 2 chrome ones that were asking for paint. So that's what we're gonna do. Finally, guys, I've listened. I think a lot of you guys are gonna be happy about that. Applaud. So, let's paint. Sketchy. Yes, they're clean already. Nice. We boys are on our way to black center caps. Gonna need another coat of that soon. These are just plastic, so they're gonna receive the paint pretty well. Granted, it's not the most legitimate way per se, but I mean, come on, I got 2 free center caps. So sometimes you gotta deal with the hand of cards that you're dealt. That's kind of how I looked at it. I thought it was kind of meant to be. And I knew you guys would be happy about it. Just waiting on paint to dry. All right. I'm good with it. I am definitely good with it. I think that this is gonna look nice. That paint lays really well too. Rattle can be challenging at times. But I'll take that any day of the week. But I'm gonna leave them there for the time being. Time for a nice casual cruise in Papa Smurf. Smooth, Jack. Real smooth. Now we're good. Okay. I love this part. Oh yeah. So I'm really serious question. Are you ready to potentially take this truck home? I cannot wait to find out who the winner is. We are not all that far away, guys. We're literally just about 2 weeks away from this giveaway ending forever. Just remember, guys, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And up, and close. Oh my God, what a beautiful day here in the gorgeous state of Pennsylvania. And, well, our subject of the day, Ford? Yeah, I know, you're asking that question, and for the first time ever on the vlog, we are introducing a Ford. But no, it's not mine. As a matter of fact, this is my good friend Sam's daily driver. It's a super nice truck, and I've always wanted to get out and play around with it. I've heard really great things about these new Super Duties, but I can't personally attest to them myself, and well, I didn't want to selfishly do it without you guys, so I wanted to bring you along. So we're gonna be taking this truck out today and having some fun.
You with your friends getting blacked out, running up your car until it's maxed out. Got your back down, sleeping and you got your music in the background.
So this is a 2017 6.7 liter Power Stroke Ford Platinum, and I gotta say, right now on the vlog, all you DURTYMAX fans, close your ears. Just because I'm DURTYMAX Jack doesn't mean that these trucks don't have me feeling some kind of a way. Ever since these were introduced, I had taken on an entirely new perspective for Ford. Now, I don't have anything against Ford per se, and I think a lot of you guys tend to wonder what my opinions are about Ford in general, and honestly, I don't have anything against the manufacturer. Now, are some of the 6.0s and the 6.4s notorious for being problematic? Absolutely. But ever since they landed on the 6.7, I think that they've found out that finally, just finally, they've locked in what works well, and due to their past, they've decided to stick to it. Now, that 6.7 liter puts power to the ground through a 6R140, and that transmission also has done a pretty good job of showing its worth and standing up to the challenge of applying a decent amount of torque to the ground. So I'd say that the powertrain and drivetrain packages on these trucks are pretty stout. Finally, Ford, good job, you guys did it. So what they decided to do was take that 6.7 liter in their first generation 6.7s, I believe they're from 2011 to 2016, and then basically revise the exterior offering, which is the second generation 6.7 that we see here behind us. Now, when this was first introduced, I'll be honest with you guys, I looked at it and I thought to myself, no way. Like, what the heck was Ford thinking? And now I kick myself in the arse because, well, I'm honestly in love with it. I think that this is the best looking front end offered in every 2017 model, make, and year. Yes, I just said that, but I have to admit it. I'm a general diesel enthusiast. I just go by this DURTYMAX Jack thing because, well, I had a 2015 LML at the time, and hey, I've just stuck with it and it's been fun. But regardless, these exteriors are awesome. I think they are so clean and they're just bold. Driving down the road behind these C-shaped LED headlights, you feel so intimidating is really the only way that I can put it. All of the LED, everything, it offers that luxury premium styling that I think most truck owners want nowadays. Now, granted, it's not the entire market, but I include myself in that market of, if I'm gonna be spending this amount of money on a vehicle, I want it to feel, look, and drive and perform all at that price range. So as with everything, it grew on me a lot. And then Sam picked this one up, threw these wheels on it, and I honestly fell in love. We joke around from time to time and say, well, if I wasn't going with the 2020 Denali, I'd probably end up picking one of these up for myself. And I seriously thought I would never say that about a Ford because historically it's a little rocky. So enough about my opinions. Let's go over what's done to this truck. It's suitably modified, nothing over the top, but in my opinion, that is the only way to build a truck. So let's start with the front end here. Down at the bottom, as a matter of fact, there's a two-wheel drive air valance on the bottom. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I believe the four-wheel drive trucks actually have a lower valance. So right off the get-go, it gives the truck a little bit of a sportier look. Now, that's one of those subtle things that you might not notice right away, but after looking and comparing, you say, oh, yeah, that's right. The headlights, emblems, mirrors, side emblems, and rear emblems have all been paint to match. Now, this truck is the metallic white. It's super nice. I like it a lot. So those are small little cues that kind of just tie together the whole package. These headlights look really good. And guys, so the 2020 Denali, yeah, I know GMC tries to do that C-shaped styling in all of their premium models, but in Ford's defense, they really did have it first. Now, granted, this is very symmetrical, whereas the 2020 GMC offers kind of a little bit of a longer top than on the bottom, but I can still see the similarity. Walking around to the wheels, these are 22 by 12, I believe -51 American Force Quantums. They're super clean wheel, and they have some concave to them, which is pretty slick. Wrapped in a Toyo Open Country 33-12-50. Now, suspension speaking, this truck is actually reverse leveled, which brings the rear down, and I think that it was adjusted down just a little bit in the front as well to kind of get it sitting level. Now, guys, these wheels and tires do not rub on this truck at all, and that's another big benefit to having a Ford, or even my Dodge guys out in the audience. I'm really kind of starting to single myself out here, but you have a lot of room to make a lot of wheel and tire fit, which is super nice. The truck has been tinted. It's got, I think, like 5% all the way around and then 20% on the windshield, which is pretty cool. Take note, GM. On the back, we've got a nice tonneau cover. Of course, we've got an enthusiast decal, which adds at least 15 horsepower. I mean, let's be honest here, guys. All jokes aside, on the back, as I had mentioned, there's a paint match forward emblem, and everything's paint to match. Now, one of my favorite rear styling characteristics on these trucks is not only those OLED taillights, but also this big platinum badge that goes across the rear. I've seen some guys, I believe actually Adam LZ just did this. He actually did like a black chrome finish on that, and it looked absolutely rad. And last but not least, Sam does tow with this thing, so he's got a B&W hitch in there with some same Firestone airbags that I installed on my 2015 LML. Those things have been great, guys. Anybody looking to do airbags, I highly recommend it. Now let's jump on into the interior real quick. And guys, I do apologize if any wind noise is coming through. It is rather windy today, but I can't complain because it is like 70 degrees and just so beautiful. I honestly feel like I'm stepping into like a luxury experience. These trucks really do redefine luxury. Now on the inside, nothing really crazy, but this interface has been changed. There's an iPad right here. We do have the cable out right now because we're just charging it, but that's nice because it's actually EasyLink integrated. This truck is tuned through EasyLink, and it does have a rather subtle exhaust note. Let me let you guys hear it. So now that you know what the truck has to offer, let's take it for a ride. Well, to kick things off, let's just take a look up. Yeah, that's pretty freaking nice. GM, you still taking notes? You got your notepad out, pencil sharpened? Yeah, come on. I'm not here to complain by any means, but that is really nice to me, and I think that I could speak for a majority of premium truck buyers that they would like something like this. It really makes this cab feel that much more, I don't know, comfortable, spacious, roomy. It like aerates the interior. It's nice to have natural light, or I don't know if I'm just speaking for myself on that one, but that is really nice. And then first impressions on the interior is just overall spaciousness. It is way, way, way roomier in here than it is in my 2015 LML. Almost no comparison. Actually feels very similar to what GM did in that 2019 Sierra 1500 that I sat in during the 2020 Denali video. So I could see that they really kind of studied Ford a little bit on some of what their improvements were, because I mean, I don't know, I'm just giving you guys my opinions, but I almost feel like GM saw what Ford was doing with this truck specifically and kind of felt the need to case. You guys ever hear that acronym? Copy and steal everything? Again, just my personal opinion. But driving around, I mean, I got tons of room. I'm a pretty skinny guy, and I feel like I am right here at home. Seats, wicked comfortable. They're not really bolstered. They're kind of flat. They feel very nice. And the driver's perspective doesn't give me any reason to complain by any means. Visibility is really good, even with traditionally mounted mirrors. Surprise, surprise. And everything feels really comfortable. I like the steering wheel a lot. It's actually padded very, very nicely, so it's almost soft to the touch. It's a little bit thicker. It really feels like you kind of have control, if you will. And the whole kind of infotainment and gauge cluster are really clean. I like it a lot. Again, guys, I'm just being honest here. I'm not saying one brand is better than another. As I had mentioned earlier, my disclaimer is that I'm not privy per se to one thing or another. I'm not one of those guys that says like GM ride or die for life kind of a deal. I'm open to all of the manufacturers' offerings, and I gotta say, if we were to compare apples to apples, 2017 Power Stroke to, let's just say, 2017 L5P, the interiors on these trucks are galaxies ahead than what GM was able to offer. Now, of course, that comes at a price premium. These trucks sold for considerably more money than that of its equivalent GM product. So I guess you kind of get what you pay for in a way. Now, this is a straight axle in the front, solid axle in the front. And historically, I wouldn't say that they rode all that well, but this truck isn't that at all. Rather, you really feel grounded. And the wheel is not all over the place at all. It is very smooth. Now, Sam had told me that towing his gooseneck a few times with this truck, he's really impressed with how well it tracks on the highway. It is really tight, and I guess it gives a lot of driver confidence, which is definitely very nice, especially when you have a heavy load in the rear. Now, that brings us to our second topic, and that is power. This truck is tuned through EasyLink. Right now, the iPad is charging, but generally you can see a full readout digital display here of all of your instruments and important metrics, if you will. It's just charging and I don't have it on at the moment. But these 6.7s are no slouches at all. Speed limit. Yep. Yeah. Definitely the speed limit. Now, I don't know what level this truck is on right now tune-wise, but EasyLink does give you the ability to kind of run 5 tunes on the fly at any given point in time. This truck is completely stock other than that, and the transmission is stock as well, but for being a totally stock package just tuned, it really rips, and it's very impressive. I like it a lot. Now, the one thing that I really enjoy about these 6.7s is equipped with an exhaust. They make a really cool sound. They make a lot of awesome blow-off sounds with the VGT turbo. I mean, all the new trucks do that, but they kind of have like a Lopia idle, and I think that you guys could hear maybe just a little bit of that over the birds chirping there in that earlier segment. I've always really liked that about the 6.7. To me, a nice audible note is very important. I always love to hear a pleasant melody coming from the exhaust. You know, I really actually think I'm gonna get my 2020 Denali tinted out almost the exact same way. It feels so private in here. I like it a lot. I've never actually driven behind a windshield that's tinted, but it's way nice. I like it a lot. Now, another thing I wanted to comment on, immediate observation here, is just the sound deadening inside of this cab. We are on an all-terrain tire, which isn't gonna make all that much noise naturally. It does hum a little bit, but it's actually really hard to hear. And even like wind noise and everything around me it's hard to break through, and I think that is super nice. I mean, in terms of overall daily driver comfort, this truck really is doing a lot for me right now. It's very nice. Now, I would anticipate that, you know, of course, the latest model offerings across any manufacturer are also offering that kind of deadening sound reinforcement, but again, I kind of want to look at this as a 2017 model year. It's definitely well done. Now, the one flaw about the 6.7 that I am immediately aware of, and guys, mark my words, another disclaimer, I am no Ford expert, but the one thing that I do know is that the 6.7 Power Stroke and the LML DURTYMAX shared one very common weak point, and that was the injection pump. They were both equipped with the dual piston Bosch CP 4.2, which some of you know are prone to failure with the introduction of moisture or even small pieces of contaminant. They just shred into a million pieces, and then they completely compromise the entire fuel system. Those things are no good, and they are one costly repair if not warranted. So that is definitely a major flaw with the 6.7. And I also know from conversation that some 6.7 instances were snapping cranks. Totally random thing. And I'm talking just under stock conditions, guys. I'm not saying, you know, post modifications or trying to add more fuel or air or anything like that. But for the majority, I'd say that the 6.7 is a pretty stout package, and honestly, driving it feels really good. Very similar to the LML. At times, it gets a little shift happy and wants to shift into a little bit of a lower gear. Like right now, I'm doing 40 miles an hour and I'm in 6th gear. But you step into it a little bit and it immediately kind of starts to shift and get you up and going pretty quick. Oh, as another added bonus, at times, I've heard that in the LMLs and even in the L5Ps, having the cooled seat on, which I do right now, in those trucks, will actually make the seat hot. Well, just to confirm, buttons are nice and ice cold. So, undoubtedly, these trucks are pretty slick. But the trivial question is, could you ever see me in one? Personally, yeah, I could definitely make do. I would not complain if I was scooting around in something like that every day. And if we didn't have a new generation L5P that was scheduled to come onto the channel, which we're getting pretty close to, by the way, maybe the conversation would have been just a little bit different. But you never know. I have a weird feeling that this conversation... They're putting a fence in back here. Struggles having a YouTube channel sometimes. Background noise and stuff. Oh my God, what is this? It looks like my good friends at LRA here are looking out for the LML's best interest. Out here is soaking up this nice Pennsylvania sun. We got some dolphins. We got a nautical themed sun visor right up in here. Let's climb up onto this girl. Oh, look at them. Look at the dolphins. Would you just look at this?
Look at all those.
Dolphins. What good guys over here at LRA. Always looking out for the truck's best interests with dolphins. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna go out and cruise around and Papa Smurf for a little bit longer. Probably give him a bath too, because he's kind of dirty. I've been enjoying this truck. So if you guys haven't already, grab yourself a limited hat before they're gone forever. Grab your entries for Papa Smurf, because you might be the winner of this truck. We're gonna be flying whoever wins it here to Pennsylvania to hang out for an entire day to do whatever it is that you want to do. Maybe we'll even grab some lunch or something like that. We can kind of kick back and hang out. And then we're gonna hand you the keys, get the truck registered in your name, and we are gonna send you on your way, whether it's north, south, east, or west, wherever you're going. I couldn't be any more excited about it. That said, my like league, I love you guys. Do what you do best. Tap that subscribe button on your way out, and I promise you guys, I'll see you in the next upload. And I think you're gonna like what's next too. I think you're really gonna like it. Oh, and by the way, we just got a brand new set of wheels in, but you guys are gonna have to wait for another video on that.